El Segundo's gobbling him up though, and the favourite will get there.
But El Segundo, he is going to blitz them. But El Segundo, here's the favourite for the Cox Plate.
There was a steward came to have a look at the horse, and he said, "Is this horse any good?" And I said, "He's the best horse I've ever had." And he said, "Hasn't he been trialled? How do you know that?" And I said, "I don't know, I just know." He was the real deal. I trained his mother, she was very good. We just loved him from the day one, and everything he did was classy. Well, we'd just been beating the Whisker the year before, and I didn't know whether he'd won or not.
Fields of Omar is lifting, he's flashing down the outside. Pompey Ruler, Fields of Omar, he's lunged with El Segundo, they hit it together.
Craig Williams thinks he's won it. The cameraman here thinks El Segundo's won it. Let's wait for the official number to go up. Who has won the Cox Plate?
First runner on the Cox Plate, almost got there. So close, yet so far.
But the next year, he drew 6 and just bounded up into a beautiful position, and have an easy run and picked them up and beat them pretty well.
Son, El Segundo, some unfinished business from last year, he ducked in, but El Segundo wins the Cox Plate by 2 lengths.
The only instructions I gave Luke that day, I think this horse can outsprint any horse in the race, so don't go too early, and that's exactly what he did.
El Segundo has won the Cox Plate. Luke Nolan and Colin Little.
This is Amarina Farm. We've been in operation about 19 years. The main purpose of the farm is an adjustment property where we raise horses to compete on the racetrack.
He's at a lovely part of the world, up near Scone. One of the owners had a friend that ran an adjustment farm, and he asked could he go there, and he's fallen on his feet.
He's in charge of 10 to 12 weanlings. He calms them down. Young horses, if they get frightened or become erratic, they usually run straight to the older horse in the paddock, and he does a very good job. He also does a very good job at sorting out the smart-ass young colts who think they're a bit big for their boots. Generally, those horses I put in with El Segundo because within 5 minutes he sorted them out. Well, it's a bit like I'm a celebrity, isn't it? I mean, everybody that comes onto the farm I show around the property, I always make sure that El Segundo gets a mention.
Some people drop in occasionally, they send me a photo. Oh, I went and saw El Segundo and here's a photo of him. So people still remember him. For a horse of El Segundo's stature to have 3 starts in the Cox Plate, win, ran second, run 4th, not a bad effort I thought. I've been up there and he remembers me because he comes over straight away. Nothing due to the fact that I've got half a dozen carrots in my pocket.